And state says it's acquired voluntary easements for 60% of the land along its proposed route. KTIV's Matt Hoffman has been following this story for more than a year now. He spoke with the company and pipeline opponents about the latest developments.
Summit Carbon Solutions hopes to start construction on its carbon pipeline this summer and be fully operational by the end of 2024. To do that, the company has signed 60% of landowners in the pipeline's path to voluntary easements. In Iowa specifically, the number is higher at 67%.
We're very pleased with where we are, and obviously there's some strong numbers in Northwest Iowa where you're located. So we're very pleased, and there's more work to be done, but this is a major milestone.
The remaining holdouts are likely the strongest adversaries of the project. A loose coalition of eminent domain opponents, environmentalists, and private landowners have banded together to stop the project. They argue the pipeline is new, untested technology that the Iowa Utilities Board should not approve for eminent domain use because Summit is a private company.
I don't know who they're willing to sacrifice for this. A lot of counties and cities have taken action against the pipelines simply because of the safety factor.
Brian Jordy, a lawyer who represents the opponents, disputes the voluntary nature of the easements. He argues there is no way to voluntarily agree because the company will seek to use eminent domain and take the land, even if the landowner never agrees.
It's like I voluntarily gave my wallet to the person in the alley with the gun pointed at me.
Summit says the project will help Iowa's ethanol industry by capturing carbon that would otherwise be sent into the atmosphere.
And it's really important for them to see this project move forward because it allows them to sell their product at a premium in low carbon fuel markets like Canada, California, Oregon, Washington, and more.
In Sioux City, Matt Hoffman, KTIV News 4.
This is just one of many stories we've reported about the carbon capture pipelines. If you need a refresher or are hearing about the pipelines for the first time, you can visit our website right now at ktiv.com to get caught up.